tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, the episode was about friends.
Totally, but
I would not depend on Cam, though, at all.
Did you just know this song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why, you never heard it before?
I've never heard it before.
Really?
Yeah.
It's from, I think, the second Friday movie is where I know it from.
Oh, okay.
When the dudes are both chained up together and they just sing this, like, let's be friends.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, that makes it, that fixes my, hesitation. I'm into it. Welcome to Cooper Barrett, AFTERBUZZ. This is episode 8, How to Survive Old Friends.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm your host, Tamara Brown. I'm on Twitter, @BrownTamara.
I'm James Franck. You can follow me on Twitter @TheJimboSlice with 2 E's, TheeJimboslice.
Woof. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
So, the songs keep...
Steven's rocking out to it also.
Yeah. I think our engineer loves it.
Do you want me to take it off?
Just
leave it up the whole show.
You want to keep it up the whole... It's up to you.
You guys are my friends.
Dude.
That's why I want to leave it up.
You can leave
We're
it
all
up.
friends.
It's fine. I'm just going to... The thing is with it up, I'm just going to keep dancing the whole time, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it if you don't have a problem with it. Okay. So, this episode starts out with they're in the car getting pulled over by police.
That's never fun.
Yeah, of course not. But you know what was interesting is that this was not the, like, on the edge of death, like the opener. You know, the opening scenes have been so, like, whoa, how are they going to get out of this pickle? This one's just kind of like, oh, the cops are behind me, I got to pull over.
Yeah.
Like, it was not as thrilling as some previous openers, but we find out that they get pulled over and taken into jail.
Yeah.
Taken into custody.
Little do we know that there's a kind of dead body in their trunk.
In their trunk.
Somewhat.
A somewhat kind of dead body. So, we begin the episode with them being questioned, detained by the police, being questioned by detectives, and we are starting to get a little bit of the story at that point.
I always hate whenever, like, people get arrested and they're all thrown in one cell. Like, that does not happen, does it? I've never been arrested, but I know for sure Kelly would not be allowed in the cell with all the dudes.
Guys, yeah.
And, like, they all still had their shoes and, like, their belts and just, like, things that you know
true.
that they take away from you when you go to jail. It's like, what's going on?
I didn't even think of that.
And then it's, like, very criminal investigation, like...
Yeah.
Oh, where were you? Like, shine the spotlight on their face.
I didn't
Good cop, bad cop things.
You're absolutely right. I didn't even think of that.
The funniest was when they asked Josh, they're, like, starting to interrogate Josh, and he's like, hold on, I can't speak without a lawyer. It would have been great if he, like, spun around in his chair and then was like, my lawyer's here. Like, oh.
Now I can.
Now
Why?
I can.
Because I am one. And they have the little exchange when they're being questioned of... They ask Kelly, so you're just friends, right? And Cooper is like, what? Yes. What have you heard? What
did
Kelly
kiss?
say? Yeah. So there's a little, they start us off with the will they, won't they? Like they love to do. So then we get started kind of going back. We cut back to like how it all started. So... they get a visit from their old pal Cam Rash
from college.
Yeah,
college buddy.
Gotta buddy. Love that. Everybody's really excited that the party dude has come to visit, and things are gonna get ruckus. It's gonna be super fun. So Cam comes in, and they're all excited. Cooper is not
a fan of Cam.
Not that excited.
Everyone's shotgunning beers. Josh has like a napkin bib. To not mess up his dress shirt.
As he should. And then, so Kelly bursts into the apartment with the always have to have the ladies being the nag. So she comes in and says, "Can you guys keep it?" Oh, and then she is immediately attracted to Cam Rash, shirtless dude with the pecs and all. So then they start. She's a little humming at that point over Cam. So we go to. So Kelly comes in, and then Josh has to come up with an excuse as to why.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is so great.
So wait.
Why they're allowed to go to the bar.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was trying to. For a minute, I was blanking on why.
Because now they got to go party with their buddy.
Yeah,
but
they gotta
Josh
go
can't
party
tell
with-
his wife he's got to go party with Cam.
Right.
So they got to say that Neil's testicle has been.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with Neil's testicle.
And I love the line. He's like, "Why do your lies always have to involve my testicles?"
And he's like, "Because I'm saving your prostate for when we have to go to Vegas."
Awesome.
Planning
Such
ahead.
good nuggets. Such good, funny little nuggets in every episode. And that was one of my faves. So they're getting ready to go out, and we find out that Cooper is not a fan of Cam.
No.
And so he tells everybody that Cam is a terrible person, and and Barry and Neil are just kind of like, whatever.
This reminded me. Did you watch Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
You remember when like Mr. Belding's brother comes? And everyone's all stoked
Oh,
on
yeah.
Mr. Belding's brother, and he's going to take him on, like, the water rafting trip.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Mr. Belding's the only one that's like, he's a dick, and he's going to leave you guys, and that's what happens. Like, I was like, oh, this so reminds me of that. And then...
That's a deep cut episode. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
not
know,
one
like-
of them. It took me a second to remember that one when you mentioned it, because, that's not one of them that we hear referenced a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of references... Are you curious about a celebrity boyfriend's midlife crisis?
I
Do you
am.
enjoy hearing stories from behind the scenes in Hollywood? Or are you amused by old movie and TV references like Saved by the Bell? Then you'll love The Tomorrow Show with AFTERBUZZ founder with Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro. Maria Menounos' fiance, Kevin Undergaro, started The Tomorrow Show along with AFTERBUZZ co-host Roxy Stryer and Ashley Daniels. For all the insanity, tune in Mondays and Thursdays, 7 to 9 Pacific time on thetomorrowshow.com, or subscribe and download free on iTunes. We give it to you free like everything else at AFTERBUZZ. Mm-hmm. Check out to thetomorrowshow.com for more information, and it's a great show. I watched the first episode. It was really intriguing.
Yeah. Check that out.
Woo.
It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to new ones.
Yay.
So going back to the episode, Cam has left the guy's apartment in like complete chaos.
They're
and
like,
disaster.
he's a slob. This is like a pig disaster. We live with a pig.
Yeah.
And they literally live with the pig, and it's not that messy.
And there's green stuff. There's like green stuff on the floor. He made a shake. It went everywhere.
You try to light the bong with the stove and lit the
Chairs
on fire.
Just disgusting. It was stressful.
It was bad.
It was stressful just to look at that scene, knowing full well that this is a fictional story. It was stressful to see it.
Yeah.
And so then we go to Cam and
Kelly
Kelly's
go on a date
on a date,
at the bar.
and it's not
This is-
going well. This guy like really does paint
He's
himself
just
as
like
just
the dude.
He's the worst. He is. Oh, and you know,
Cutting right
obviously
to the chase.
Cooper warns Kelly, just like he did with the guys, that Cam is
dick.
the worst person.
Yeah.
And Kelly's like, nah, whatever.
She just thinks Cooper's jealous.
Mm-hmm. As we find out later that they all think Cooper's saying that because he's jealous, but he really he is hitting the nail on the head. This guy is awful, as we see on Kelly's date, where he just says,
He's
"Are
like,
we doing it tonight?"
When do we get to sex?
Yeah.
Just not going to beat around. Just straight up. When do we get to sex?
Just disgusting. And then
I loved
ends up
how like she's
leaving.
like, "Excuse me for a second," and when like she gets up to leave, he drinks her beer.
oh, I didn't notice that.
Like what a dick! Like
Yeah.
he finishes his beer and he's gonna drink her beer too. Like, I
Yeah.
was just like, oh.
So she gets up
This guy's a winner.
she gets up to have a minute, and then he ends up bailing. He's like, I'm not feeling this. And then she is mad because she didn't get to say it first.
I hated this.
And
I hated this so much because I thought like where are they gonna go? They could totally make her swerve him and like lead him on, and then just like leave him out hanging out to dry, which would have been a cool different way to go about things, instead of being like, no, I wanted to dump you first. I get the last word. Like,
yeah.
the typical tropes of girls in shows and situations like this.
Thank you for saying it, because again, I was like, why is she so hung up on this dude?
Dude's
like,
a douche.
The
Why do you
dude's
care?
a douche. Why does she? I mean, you know, her not getting to end the date, and like she just was. That was her only storyline through the whole episode, and so I was just like, "Come on, guys, we don't
And
need
he
to see
leaves her
Kelly."
with the check on top of it. He's like, I'm out, and she has to pay the
and
bill.
she has to pay the bill. So it's like, I don't, you know, she would a chick in that situation would just get the F over
They
it.
all
She
have
would
that
not.
plan. I'm
Yeah.
sure you have that friend that you're like, okay, if I text you or if I haven't texted you, you need to, like, you know, things are either going well or
Yeah.
things are going bad, and you need to come save me or let me do my thing.
Yeah. If I call you and I ask how Mr. Whiskers is, that's the code
Yeah.
for, come on.
Oh, your cat's sick? I need to go help my friend. Her cat is sick.
So the date, so their date ends badly. So then the guys come home, and the guys realize that Cooper was right. Cam is awful, and the pig has James Franco has left the building.
Yeah.
He's ran off because Cam left the door open.
He's passed out on the couch. He is apparently shaved Neil's head.
And I love the line too. Another great nugget.
You look like Demi Lovato.
You look like Demi Lovato, and he goes, "Stop trying to make me feel better."
And he turns his head so you can see it like that. Oh, it was so funny.
That was a good one.
Good one,
I loved
Charlie.
it. Yeah. So Cam's on the couch, and they're like, "Sweet, here is our opportunity to."
Screw him.
Yeah,
Screw with him.
Look what he did
basically.
to our apartment. Like, we're gonna
shave his head like Bozo and Sharpie the hell out of him. And
Yeah.
his shoes were on. I noticed. I had to look for that. Do you know about stuff like that, or is that past your time?
What do you mean?
So like, at like parties and frat things and whatever, like parties with like mass social gatherings. If you pass out and you leave your shoes on, that's like open window to be messed with, because like if you take your shoes off, it's indication that you meant to fall asleep, so like people will leave you alone. But if you leave your shoes on, it's like, oh, this fool can't party, he passed out, and people will like draw on you or like shave your head or your eyebrow.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I had a buddy who got
Wow.
like both his eyebrows shaved, and like the next day we all had like a wrestling show. He had a wrestling, he wore a bandana so low so like you couldn't see them, and we had to explain to someone else like, well, they shaved his eyebrows. Why? Because he left his shoes on. He left his shoes on, so they shaved his eyebrows. Like they didn't understand.
Oh, that's good piece of information.
I was just like, oh, wait, his flip flops are on. Yeah, he's open game. You know, drawing him with Sharpie. That's fine.
Man, you're a wealth of information this
Yeah.
episode.
And then they think he's dead.
Yes.
But then they come back and he's gone. And I instantly thought of the movie Clue. And I was just like, oh man, it's Mr. Body. Where's Mr. Body's body? Nowhere to be found.
He's gone. It's not for the reason that you think. They think he got up and left. But what really happened was, well, Barry
Barry
and
like
me,
kidnapped him?
yeah,
Kinda?
because Barry thinks Barry realizes that he's dead, so he's trying to take him to the hospital in the ice cream truck. Cooper and Josh come back. He's gone. They're like, oh, he's not dead. So they go to where do they head off to? They I guess let's look back here for a second.
I know that Barry is driving with him in the back of the ice cream truck, and he gets the message from Cooper that he's dead, and Barry's freaking out. So
Yeah.
Barry goes to Josh's house, and he's like, why did you come here? And he's like, man, I got a dead white man in the back of my ice cream truck. He's like, you need to go to the police. He's like, no.
Yeah.
If you were me, would you would you do that?
That was a good. I'm glad he pointed that out. A black guy with a dead white guy in the back of his ice cream truck.
Yeah. Would you go to
Not
the
every-
police?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
So then they put Cam in in Josh's minivan, Josh and Leslie's minivan, and then which Leslie obviously doesn't know, and she drives off. So then they lose the body, and so then they're off on the chase to track down Leslie at the grocery store. And
this is great too. They're like, how are we gonna get him out without her coming out? Tell her she needs to make papaya for dinner.
Paella.
Yeah. Why? Because it's a lot of ingredients, so she's gonna shop for a while.
Have you ever had it?
No. It's like a fish dish, right?
Yeah, it's a Spanish dish, and I've heard amazing things about it, but I've never had it. So
there's a Seinfeld episode about it also.
Yeah. About how great it is.
About just the paella. It's really good.
Yeah, you heard. I can't believe I've never had it, but just never happened. So they find Leslie at the grocery store, and they cart bump her so that to derail her to. Keep her.
I love when they're coming up with this plan. Barry's just like, wait a minute, when do we get to eat this? Like, I understand we're doing all this to get rid of the body, but I'm hungry. When do we get to eat this?
when Josh is like, my wife will literally divorce me if she finds a dead body in the van. I'm like, I don't think so. Like a 2-second explanation. I don't think your marriage is in trouble. Did you find that line weird?
I think it depends on how the body is. Like, if it's still fully intact, your marriage might be okay.
Sure.
If there's a person's head
but
separated from their body, you're probably getting divorced.
In that scenario, in the scenario of
Yes.
Cam in that state, in the back of their van, Leslie would not divorce
They don't need to know
Josh
he's
over-
dead. I'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
he's just passed out drunk. Look at him. He's got a half-shaved head and clown makeup on.
I felt that was a little
a bit much.
a contrived line to like just add gravity to the situation, but it was like you can still just try not to let Leslie find the body. I don't think she's gonna divorce you. So they got the body in the minivan. The police they're driving, and the police. Then we cut to what we saw in the beginning. We're back
to the beginning where they're getting blooped.
They're getting pulled over. They get pulled over for a simple taillight. No big deal. Until they notice some blood on the bumper, and because the guys are acting weird, so they open the van, and what?
There's no Cam.
Now he's really not there. After they just confessed that there's a dead body in back. So now the guys are obviously being taken in.
Yeah, and then they cut to Cam in the interrogation room, right? Mm-hmm. And he's the one sitting there, and they're like, so what happened? What's going on? Oh, by the way, we found these drugs, and that's why everyone's here. And he's like, what kind of drugs?
Yeah.
And it's like some weird, I don't know.
Peruvian or one of his travels, and they said it, of course, too
gives
much
you like
of
a
it
coma.
Causes you to put you into a coma. So it was a satisfying resolve because this awful Cam kind of gets his.
He's not dead, but he's got a bongo drum filled with drugs that he smuggled in, and now he's in trouble.
Yeah. So, but it was a real nice resolve to the episode. They all like understand, like, oh, Cooper, you're the one that's always in charge. We should have listened to you. Sorry, we thought you were just jealous and everything. They find James Franco as they're walking home because
I thought it was weird. I thought it was funny that when they dump out the bongo and it's got all the drugs, he's like, I'll give you half if you let me go right now. Like, he's not even like, take it and let me go. He's like, I'll give you half if you let me go right now. And then when we see James Franco, I don't know if they painted his face, but it looks like he has a mask.
Oh, yeah?
Like, he has like big black rings around his eyes, and then like just the front of his ears are black. So it looks like they might have painted him to have like a Batman style mask. I don't know. I have to go back and look at other episodes, but if that's how his face is normally, yes, he's definitely a movie TV screen pig, for sure.
Maybe they interchanged pigs and forgot to. The continuity didn't sync up. Who knows? Tell us what you think. Did you guys know? Have you guys noticed all of the things that James has noticed in this episode?
There's a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah. Good eye.
Yeah,
Good
try.
eye. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the details like that. Even though I didn't know that.
This
Shu
is all stuff we're gonna have
passed
to
out
bring up to
Shu.
them when they're in studio on
Yeah.
April 4th.
Yeah, for sure. Be
Spoiler.
sure. Yeah. Good call. So April 4th, it's first Monday in April. We are going to have the cast of Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life in studio with us here at AfterBuzz.
I think the main four: Barry, Cooper, Kelly, and Josh.
Yeah, and
Neil.
Neil,
And Neil,
right?
Yeah, I know Neil.
Cool.
Which I'm excited to ask him. I hear he's venturing into pro wrestling and going to start training in pro wrestling. So I'm sure
What?
that'll come up in our interview.
Really?
And maybe Kelly actually getting punched in the face in that episode. Maybe we'll bring that up too.
Cool.
But yeah, moral of the story: don't deal drugs.
Yeah.
That was Cooper's moral of the story.
Don't deal drugs, kids. So many life lessons we're learning from this show. We have.
And then Kelly finally gets the last word. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. In the end, Cam is in prison on one of the telephones, and
It's like, I dumped you.
click.
Hang up.
Fine, okay, Kelly, if that if that was
really
that
helps,
important to
yeah.
you. I don't think it would have been, but but Kelly always has to, be consumed by whatever is going on with the dude. So there we have it. She had the last word, so good for her.
Do you think that happens in like real life with girls that look like her and guys that look like that?
What?
Like, cause she's very attractive, you know. So I'm
For
sure she
sure.
goes out on dates with other dudes who are attractive. Like, obviously, when you see him and he's like all abs and stuff, it's like, oh, cool. But then, like, when you're on a date and he's like looking at himself longer in the mirror and just like more
Right.
concerned about things, and then when he's just like, yeah, so what up with sex? Like, would she really be like, I need to dump you, but you dumped me, so now I need the last word? Or would she be like, dude, I have so much better things to do with my time than deal with douchebags
That's
like you.
exactly what I think
you
she'd
know,
be
like,
saying.
That's why,
That's-
that's what I don't understand.
That's exactly it. That's
It's
what I'm
like-
saying is that she would not give an F if she had the last word or not. She'd just be like, I'm glad that this dude's out of my life.
Like, the last word would have been like, hey, are you at least going to pick up the check? You know,
Yeah.
like, that would have been the zinger of like, oh, hey, dude, are you going to buy it? No? Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
knew you weren't a real man or something, but like,
Yeah. Or, she would have left him with the check. I don't know. She's
Something.
more something. But
we need more bumps in the road before she gets to Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
right?
yeah, there's going to be for sure, I think. And then also, but like the show does have like the episode in the sorority when they went to the sorority house and Barry's girlfriend, like she was too hot for him too. Like it's just not, I don't know. All the love interests don't have to be models.
Yeah.
All I'm saying. So, should we wrap it up there? Do we
Yeah,
have
let's
any,
wrap it up there.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Good stopping point. So
Bam.
remember to tune back in April 4th.
Yeah, we don't know if
Meet
there's
the
an
cast.
episode Sunday.
Yeah.
So we don't know if we'll be back on Monday, but definitely we'll be here on the 4th with the full cast and crew. We'll have a whole hour, and we'll either be covering one episode or two. So
Yeah.
But everyone will be in here.
It'll be
It'll
awesome.
be good stuff.
And remember to check out the Tomorrow Show too on
Yes.
AfterBuzz. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
So.
Until
one
then,
more
you
time.
can find me on Twitter at the Jimbo Slice, TheJimboslice. I do the Lucha Underground after show on at 10 o'clock on Thursdays. Tune in for that.
And I'm on Twitter at Brown Tamara because I'm Tamara Brown. So thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Friends.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.